Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel. On today's episode, we're talking about how to create a Nigerian wedding on a budget plus save money. I'm sure that you've seen my other videos on, the importance of having a budget, how much things cost in the market, like real-time cost, average cost in the market for things. I talked about how that people say, oh, professionals tell them create a budget, have a budget, but nobody is talking about how much things cost in the market. I've done such videos for you so you can catch up on that, but in today's episode I'm going to be sharing with you how to create a Nigerian wedding on a budget plus save money. If that's the kind of content you like, keep on watching. Here guys, I would like to say thank you to everyone who subscribed to the channel, newly to all my returning subscribers. Thank you. I'm going to go to reaching 400 subscribers. So if you're yet to subscribe, kindly subscribe, share this video with your friends and everyone thank you. So how to create a Nigerian wedding on a budget, guys. Let's get right into it, right? There are several reasons why you want to have a wedding on a budget, right? And truth is, like I always say, if you have saved for this day and you want to just spend as much as you can, go ahead. I mean, it's your big day and you can do as you want, right? But for you who, you're very big on how much you want to spend, you are not so big on just spending money on weddings and things, and you're looking for ways to create a fantastic wedding, but on a budget, then this video is for you, right? Now, what are the things you need to take into consideration? I would like to start with what does planning really mean, right? The process of making plans for something. So that means that you're planning for a wedding, right? You're going through a process, but you still want that thing to be perfect. And that's why you're putting these plans into place. So that means you actually want a coordinated event, a very organized event on a budget, right? So for this to happen, truth is you will have to focus on the bigger impact things, right? The bigger impact things will mean things that are very, or things that you consider priority for you. Those are like the bigger impact things. So you need to ask the question together with your spouse, what are those bigger impact things for us, right? Let me give you a further and detailed explanation. So take for instance, my bigger impact picture will be, I'm very big on my decor, and so I'm going to spend more money on decor than on every other thing. Other things for some people might be, oh, I'm very big on food, so you spend more money on food than on every other thing. It could be your dress, it could be your shoes, it could be your pictures, but speak with your spouse and know what the bigger impact things are, and then that is what you should put on your list of priority. Okay, now if on your budget decor is say maybe about 700,000, because I don't want to offend any decorator here if I say 200,000, but depending on the number of your guests, if your budget for decor is say 700,000, you need to, like I said, put that on the top of your list, because I mean, you're on a strict budget. You need to look for vendors who will work with what you have. Now, you also need to be very detailed. I like to say here that it is best for you to create your vision board, share with the decorator so that they can give you a cost, as against going back and forth on, oh, I didn't add that, I would like to add that. They would probably increase your budget, and you don't want to do that if you're on a strict budget, right? So number one is ask questions. What's the bigger impact things? Number two, I would like to say that consider your guest list. The truth is, we all know that the larger your guest list is or are, the more money you would have to spend, because if you're catering to 10 persons and say per head you're looking to spend 5,000, 5 times 10 is 50. If you have 20 persons, 5 times 20 will be 100, and you see that's more money. So if you have 1,000 persons, it will be 5,000 naira per head times 1,000 persons. So you need to consider your guest list as well, because it is a major determinant or a major factor of creating your budget, right? I also want to share here that you don't necessarily need, some kind of vendors, right? In some cases, you might not necessarily need a planner. A planner is very important, trust me. It saves you all the stress. But the truth is, if you're looking for where to cut costs, this might not be the best place to cut costs. But as against planning, if you have like, as against a planner outrightly, you know, who's a professional, if you have a friend who this is what they do and you can leverage on that, you know, speak with them and ask them if they are willing to come on board and, you know, share with them what you have. It could be an MC, it could be a photographer. If they are your friends, leverage on that relationship that you have with them. So I'm not going to say that, oh, outrightly you don't need a planner or you don't need a photographer, but the truth is, if you have relationships, if you have networks, you know, people will do these things and you know that they will still deliver quality service, then please, by all means, go ahead, book them, use them for your events. Another tip I'd like to share with you is marry on a weekday. So sometimes some venues will tell you that if you're getting married on a weekday, say on a Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you know, you pay maybe 1.3 million as against 1.6 million, or you pay 1.1 million as against 1.7 million. You'll be saving about 600,000, and that's a lot of money. So you can consider to get married on a weekday if you intend to save, you know, money on your event. I would also like to say here that do not get married during the festive period. Getting married during the festive period means that, you know, there is a hike in price generally. Say the Christmas period, the fasting period for Muslims. If you're getting married at this time, you will know that you will spend more because things are generally expensive during this time, and it's this period I usually consider the peak period, the rush hour. So a lot of vendors are getting booked fast and people don't mind paying so much to hire them, right? So avoid getting married during the festive period if you are on a budget or you are looking to save money. Number, I think 6th tip now is start planning early. The truth is, if you're getting married in December, nothing stops you from planning, say, from January. Now, this has its downsides that I might share in some other videos, but the truth is, it is best to start booking early. Number one, it will give you time to know how much things will cost, and it would also help you to see how well you can save up between the space of 12 months, right, to save up for your wedding. I would also say that sometimes if you're actually booking some vendors early, you would have gotten their best price before they now increase the price towards the end of the year. Lastly, I would like to say that where you're supposed to buy, you can rent, you can get some things from your friends. Trust me, I have my wedding gown that is just sitting in my house. If my friend reaches out to me to say, oh, you know, can you lend me your wedding gown? By all means, I will give it to them. And that way, my friend has saved money on our wedding dress. So as against buying, speak to friends, you know, who can lend you these things, or just rent them. If you're supposed to buy maybe 130,000, you might find where you would rent for, say, about 50,000, and see you would have saved 80,000 naira. Now, these are ways to plan your wedding on a strict budget. And these are also ways you can save money. Like I said, if you have dreams, if you have taste, you want it to be elaborate, you have the money to spend, this video might not be for you. But if you're looking to save money, then you can leverage on all the tips that I've shared above. And I will be sharing more videos next week about, you know, budgeting, more budgeting tips. You can catch up on that video. If you're yet to watch my other videos on how much wedding planners charge, you know, how much a wedding cost, Nigerian wedding cost, feel free to catch up on those videos. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe if you're yet to subscribe. Leave a comment, share with your friends, share with your family, share with somebody who's getting married soon. I'll see you in my next one. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did recording it. Thank you. Bye.